I'm Jeff with Wilderness Inquiry. As part of our trail tip series, today we're going to focus on shelter building. Most specifically, how to set up a tent, the different parts they comprise, and why it matters.
For the purpose of this video, I've laid out everything I will be using today. From left to right, our tent bag, footprint, which in this case is a heat blanket I'm repurposing, poles, your tent body, stakes and guidelines, and lastly, your rainfly.
You want to find an area that's going to be flat and away from any drainage in case it does rain. And again, looking above you to make sure there's not any trees that look like they're rotted or could potentially fall under wind or heavy storms. Once you got your footprint down, what you're going to do is grab your tent body and position where you want the doors and just set that up, and then we'll stake it out from there. Alright, so once you got your footprint down and your tent body down, it's time to stake the tent down. Now, sometimes you might need a mallet or something durable to actually pound these stakes in. This ground looks pretty soft, so I don't have to worry about that. In other instances, you might not be able to use stakes at all because you're on something rocky or maybe a wooden platform at a campsite. In that situation, you're gonna have to get creative. Maybe use rocks, some heavy gear, logs you might have. There might actually be tethering points on a platform if you're in a state or local park as well, so keep an eye out for that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put these stakes in. Now that these stakes are in the ground and my tent is where I want it, I'm gonna get the poles and set that up, clip them to the tent, and really bring the body up. This one is a 3-pole tent that's actually all tethered together, so it makes it really easy of how these need to be set up. So I'm just gonna put all these poles together, and once I've done that, I'm gonna orient them in the proper direction. Now, there's gonna be grommets when you're putting in your poles. Sometimes they're color-coded to help you to know where you need to put which pole where. So now that my poles are situated, I'm gonna clip the tent body to the poles. Some tents are different where you actually have to line the poles through the sheathing of the tent. This one's pretty simplistic to make, so all I'm gonna do is clip everything together. And there you have it. The tent body's up, secure by the stakes, and the footprint is covering most of the tent. Now, in instances where you actually buy a footprint, you would be able to cover the whole tent body, and I probably could have done a better job actually situating some of this footprint to cover everything. But the main thing I'm worried about is my body not getting wet. I'm not too worried about these corners that are exposed. Now it's time to put my rainfly on. The most important thing when you're putting on your rainfly is making sure it's right side up, you're matching the tent body doors to the rainfly doors, and you find which way to orient your rainfly. In this case, there's 2 brackets on that side, which I'm gonna clip into, and then the guidelines on this side are actually gonna share the same stake as your tent body. So let's put that together. Now that we got the rainfly secure on the tent body, we're gonna stake out either door and then go under the tent and Velcro the rainfly tarp to the poles where we need to. And there you have it, the rainfly is on. We've done a good job of making sure that all the poles are Velcroed where they need to be and making sure the guy lines are taut. This is gonna make it so precipitation is not an issue and we have good airflow throughout our stay inside. Thanks for tuning in today for this edition of Trail Tips with Wilderness Inquiry. Be safe out there on your own adventures and keep an eye out for the next installment of Trail Tips.